Hello, this is Andrew Culkin, and again, I'm the author of Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism, which is due to come out in the fall of 2023, hopefully September. It's a story of my wife's 20-year decline with alcoholism, and she passed away a little over 3 years ago. You know, today is one of the things I want to go over. It's 5 things that an alcoholic has got to say that determines if they have any chance of recovery. They have to say these things if they're ever going to hope for sobriety again. Number one, the number one most important thing that an alcoholic has to do, that's recognized as an alcoholic, is they need to say, I need help. They have to understand and say, I'm willing to make a change by going to rehab or by seeking outside counseling or AA meetings or an accountability partner via sponsor, a mentor who's also an alcoholic. This is the number one most important thing that an alcoholic has got to say, I need help, I can't do it by myself. Number 2, this is part of the 12 steps, but they need to make sincere apologies that are success-based only. You know, for example, they need to tell the people in their life, I'm sorry for my past actions, and they need to do it while they're sober. I'm sorry for my past actions is a relatively hollow apology. It can only be taken seriously after months or even years of sobriety. I'm sorry is utterly meaningless unless it has been preceded by a proven track record of sobriety. 2 years of sobriety is generally seen as a possible success story. And I've talked about this in early videos. 2 to 5 years, if you've been sober for 5 years, you have a 60 or to 70% chance that you're not going to have a relapse, or that you're going to be able to continue sobriety for the general part of your life. Number 3, they have to have they have to understand the reality of this. I'm going to die unless I make a change. Alcoholism, chronic alcoholics are in the grip of a life or death situation, and when they come to that realization, then they can make the changes that they need, but they have to say this. This is singularly one of the most important elements of recovery. Having some element of self-actualization is the first step in any possibility of recovery. Breaking through the barrier of self-denial must take place before, wasting a single moment of fighting the disease. If you haven't come to the conclusion that you're lying to yourself and you're lying to the people around you, you're wasting your time, and the actions that you're taking are half-hearted, and you're in a rehab, you're helping yourself for the wrong reasons. You have to be doing it for yourself. You have to be trying to make yourself in a better place. Number 4, I'm going to my AA meeting tonight. An alcoholic has to say this. Unless an alcoholic is willing to do the work and walk the talk, they are literally wasting their time and the time of everyone in their life. Inpatient rehab without constant, never-ending follow-up and access to like-minded alcoholics, in my experience, is a complete waste of time unless you're willing to do the work continuously. Not part-time, not half-time, as long as you need it. If you're struggling with the obsession of needing alcohol, or the physical and mental, emotional need for alcohol, then you have to go to an AA meeting, and you need a sponsor. So you need somebody to talk to. Follow-up AA meetings is a discipline that must be followed until the person has lived their natural life. There's people that haven't had a drink in 30 or 40 years, and they still go to AA meetings. Because you need to do the discipline and the work probably forever. Not probably, you do need to do it forever. The 5th one, I'm going to talk to my AA sponsor. Albeit, I'm talking to my accountability partner and the person who is sponsoring me, which is an alcoholic who has become a mentor. And eventually, if you get to the point, you can become a mentor yourself. But this is something that you have to say, is you got to have a sponsor. Having to follow up through and connect with a sponsor is one of the most vital exercises any alcoholic can do. Unless an alcoholic has a fellow alcoholic as a mentor, they will not yet fully be committed to the process of recovery. A sponsor is one of the most important links to long-term sobriety and vital to recovery. I hope what I've said today sinks in to people who are struggling with alcohol, and I hope families of people who are surrounded with an alcohol or who have an alcoholic in their life understand that these things have to take place, and if they don't, the alcoholic is lying to you, but more importantly, they're lying to themselves. I hope that helps. Again, the book is called Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. You can go to www.amandacautionarytale.com. You can see some of my videos, YouTube, some of the podcasts, television that we've done, and you can get on the pre-order list for the book and the course, which is coming out this fall. Again, thanks for listening, and we'll be talking to you again soon.